When it comes to creating content, there are a million different tools nowadays for us to be able to utilize and for us to be able to just put our pieces together and make sure that our ideas go from, the inception being in our heads onto the page or onto whatever platform it is that you're using, either for storyboarding or for writing your script. And for me, as well as just organizing my client work or organizing certain YouTube videos ideas that I have, or Instagram reel ideas, or just short form content in general, I use three main tools, and that's what I want to share with you guys that helps just upgrade my workflow, make it more seamless, and just make sure that my ideas are being put in a place where it is going to be best utilized for me to be able to create content or move on to the next stage. So first tool that I use, and this one is specifically for storyboarding and writing my scripts. 2 years ago, it's been 3 years now. 3 years ago, I started writing a script for a video that recently came on my channel last year, and that is beliefs have the potential to change everything. It may have even been in 2021, but when I was making that video, I really started off just writing in my notebook, kind of taking the ideas that I had for the script and just putting it onto the page. And eventually I came to the point where once the script was done, I needed to transfer onto a place where it could be more visual. I mean, as creatives, clearly we're people who are very visual. In order for us to move on to the next stage, in order for us to actually take our ideas and have it go from a concept to, the tangible steps it takes for us to execute, we need to be able to organize it well. And one of the tools that I use is Milanote. A lot of the feedback that I got on that video was the fact that people really appreciated the storytelling aspect. They appreciated the fact that I broke down the story into parts, and it just seemed like a really well executed, well organized short film or documentary. And one of the reasons why I was even able to do that is the fact that in Milanote, you have so many different tools. I mean, you have a mood board, you have a doc, you have different examples of just different shots in ways to organize your workflow and your story in general. And I don't even know what you would call it, but I kind of had like a web of ideas that just kind of went from the main idea, which was the premise of the video, beliefs being something that can change your life, beliefs being something that can either work for you or can work against you. And I took the different chapters, which was a later idea in my mind to break it up into chapters, but I took the different kind of sections of the video and I spread it out, and it just really became something that in my mind was maybe just images or just words on a page, but in Milanote, the tools that they give you, it really became a cohesive story with different parts that was broken down, and I could visually see it. And the difference between creating like that and creating with just like random bullet points on a doc or random bullet points on pen and paper, I can't tell you how much it changes things, especially just being able to visually see like photos or references or songs that I want to put on the video, or like just ways to really make it easier for me to go from, okay, this is the script and this is the way that I want the story to be breaking down, to the editing room. That way I'm not thinking about these things visually or even structurally when I'm actually ready to get the video done. And I used Milanote as well during a shoot that I had to do for my church, and during that video I made sure to really use Milanote to give me every single scene in every single part. That way I knew exactly what shots I was getting. I knew the types of shots I was getting, the framing, the composition, the mood. It all works. And honestly, I've been trying to hold back without saying it, but one of the tools that I use in tandem with that is ShotDeck. Now, a lot of you guys have probably heard ShotDeck. A lot of creatives use ShotDeck. I personally heard this the first time from Ryan Cow, and he said that he used ShotDeck, and I checked it out. And honestly, ShotDeck is an amazing tool. It gives you references from movies, it gives you the color grade, it gives you the composition, it gives you the music, it gives you everything. And you're able to kind of look in there. And I went in, I grabbed different scenes, different moods, different movies that I took inspiration from, and it gives you the ability to kind of take from the way they've shot it, give you an insight into the way that they frame things up, and that helps you kind of take the images in your head for how you want your film, your short form content, or whatever it is that you're creating, and put it on a mood board, put it on a storyboard. When you're able to see it visually, and I feel like a lot of the time we're sitting here trying to figure out like how we can film something, and when you have examples of people who have already done the legroom, I mean literal movies, and you can take the way that they've composed something, or you can kind of see the way they created a certain emotion or created a certain scene dynamic, and you can try to recreate that. ShotDeck is perfect for that. And that's another tool that is just absolutely great when it comes to getting your ideas onto a more cohesive storyboard for you to be able to create content way more efficiently and just a lot easier. And Trello, being the last tool, is just perfect for like organizing client work, putting your ideas onto a platform where you can kind of organize it whatever way you want. Like for my YouTube videos, I use Trello to make sure I have all my stuff down. Some bullet points for what the premise of the video is, a photo just to kind of give me the theme, a due date, that way I know when to get client work or to get that video done. And I use it for like business purposes and like goal setting. A lot of people use Notion, which is another tool, but for me Notion's a little bit too complicated. I love the visual aspect of Trello. As creators, clearly we're very visual, like I was saying before, so I just rather have, you know, something that I can stare at and already know what I'm using it for. Milanote, Trello, and ShotDeck are like the three essential tools I pretty much use to be able to just level up my video ideas, level up my storyboarding and my scripting, and level up my organization for everything that I do. I think sometimes it's like creators and people who make videos or who are trying to make documentaries, trying to make short films, or just any type of creative content, we overlook the organization aspect. We overlook how much improvement can be had from making sure that your ideas are put neatly into a package that makes not just your job, but say if you're working with other people, it makes their job easier, because they can go in, they can kind of see what your vision was, they can kind of see what you're trying to get at, and it just makes sure that everything comes together 10 times better. I haven't used Milanote a lot lately, but I'm getting back into it, and honestly, it even just helps my ideas formulate and helps me to improve upon what was already there. Too many times we're overlooking how important it is for us to be organizationally sound and just be able to take our ideas and put it in the right place and put it on the right storyboard, write the right script, and just use the right tools that can help our workflow 10x. That way we're focusing less on how to execute and where we should be putting our ideas so that we can execute best, and we're focusing more on getting things done. I'm entirely confident that once we start taking the organizational phase and putting our creative ideas on a platform and in spaces where they can be used and can be executed way more efficiently, not only is our creative process going to get better, but I actually think our storytelling abilities are going to improve as well. So feel free to give me any other platforms, or let me know if you guys use Milanote, if you guys use Trello, if you guys use ShotDeck to be able to 10x your workflow, and I'd love to go down the comments and read a little bit of that. But guys, my name is Jason Morrison. Once again, I have a business that is JM Studios, and then this YouTube channel is narrated by Jay. I love storytelling, and honestly, I just love anything that can kind of create an emotion, and I think us as creatives, we just love being able to capture what we have in our heads and just kind of put it out into the world, and hopefully somebody takes something away from that. And I think these tools are going to help a lot of us be able to achieve that as best as possible. So hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and we'll catch you in the next one.